Saturday, March 19th was Maple Open House Day at Merck Forest in Rupert. For the first time since the COVID emergency struck 2 years ago, Merck Forest was able to host its annual celebration of one of Vermont's most iconic industries, maple syrup. And people were ready. The parking lot remained full for the entire day. It takes about 40 gallons of sap to make a gallon of maple syrup, and Merck's facilities manager and head sugar maker Dylan Durkee walked us through how it got made at Merck Forest.
Enough to have a really efficient operation. We got 33 acres that run. You can actually look out and see it. We got these black lines that come down into an old farm milk tank, and it's about 4,000 gallons that can hold the sap. And then once we get all that collecting inside of that sap tank, it runs down into these white pipes into the reverse osmosis machine. Now, our reverse osmosis machine is not as updated as others, but we can concentrate ours to 8%, which takes out 3/4 of the water. So it really saves a lot of wood, a lot of time, because we could boil all day, all night, and then maybe be done. But this here, we can boil in about 4 to 5 hours in a good boil. So then, yeah, once it goes from that reverse osmosis machine, we look at it comes right into that back tank. The back tank pushes the concentrate, is what we call it, not sap because it's concentrated more into closer to syrup. Goes up into our top tank up there, and then it gravity feeds down into the system. It runs into this flue pan, is what we call it. So this is separated. This is the steam away, and this is the flue pan. The flue pan then takes a lot more of that moisture out from there. We're looking, I think we're talking like 22% by the time it goes from this flue pan, which it runs through a series of pipes. So depending on which way we route the sap to come. And then it goes into this front pan. The front pan is where we're making the syrup.
The sap house was full of visitors, and one of them was Danielle Morris from New Haven, Vermont, who's this year's reigning Miss Vermont.
So I've actually have a busy schedule for this weekend and next weekend, and I get to travel around to all different sugar shacks that had me come here. So I'm hopefully going to have lots of shots of maple syrup and meet a lot of Vermonters. So it'll be a fun weekend.
Merck's homegrown sap comes from almost 3,000 taps on their own sugar bush, and they've been making syrup there for more than 60 years. Chris Hubbard, their education director, told us more.
Sure. So our Maple Open House, we have activities for kids, scavenger hunts, we have some storytelling, we have tapping demonstrations, we have baby animals, we have baby pigs and lambs. We have a backyard boiling demonstration going on, some displays that describe the process of maple sugaring and for our production in particular. As well as food. Our main sugar bush is actually this hillside behind here. So that's where the bulk of our syrup is coming in from. So there should be tours of that with the production line going. We also have some activities for kids there as well, that kids can pick up scavenger hunts, as I said. Exploring how many say quarts of sap it would take to make 1 quart of sap.
Liz Ruffa, the Director of Institutional Advancement, gave us some more background.
This is the first time since March 2019 that Merck has been able to have a public event like this. Because when COVID blanketed the region in March 2 years ago, we were just organizing this when we used to do a pancake breakfast. And so we realized that that wasn't something that we could do in terms of public safety. And we have been certainly open to the public, which has been a real refuge for a lot of people that live here during COVID, for people to be able to come and spend time outside and get some fresh air and some exercise. But we have really had to curtail our public programming. We put a lot of it online, and we continued to work with the schools, mainly going more to their campuses to work with them as we could. But this is kind of like our reawakening, and so it's a perfect spring day. It's not raining. There are tons of people here again. The parking lot is full, and Merck Forest is just thrilled to kind of be back in the mix.
Merck Forest offers hiking trails and other outdoor recreational opportunities, but today was all about the sweet stuff. As usual, weather in Vermont in late winter to early spring is iffy and unpredictable, but so far the sap seems to be running pretty good, at least up on the mountain. For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.